Guardino. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Jen Kilpatrick. Welcome to UNF. We're joined today by our staff interpreter, Sierra Rance. She's actually a graduate of our ASL English Interpreting Bachelor's Program and Master's Program, and during her bachelor's, she got a minor in deaf education.
And we're going to answer some commonly asked questions about the deaf education and the ASL to English Interpreting Program. People often ask us about the format of both programs. So in the deaf education program, we have options for you to take classes face-to-face, online, and hybrid, and that's throughout all 4 years. Whereas in the ASL English Interpreting Program, the first 2 years are here on campus, and then the last 2 years are online with face-to-face 1 weekend on-site visits per month. So what can you do with a degree in deaf education or even a minor? Well, most of our students become teachers, but we also have students who continue on into graduate school and become speech and language pathologists, audiologists. Some of our students graduate and become early interventionists. Some people even opt to be job coaches. So there's a lot of variety of what you can do with a degree in deaf education. Whereas, what would you do if you had a degree in interpreting? You would be an interpreter of ASL to English or vice versa, and you can work in a community or educational setting.
Scholarships are always a hot topic for prospective students. Here at the Silverfield College of Education and Human Services, we have a variety of scholarships that students are eligible to apply for each year. We also often have a variety of different grants that students can apply for. So when you get here, ask your faculty and advisors, and we'll help direct you to which ones would be appropriate for you. Another topic that's often discussed is, how do I decide between deaf education and ASL English interpreting, and can I major in both? You could, but it would take you about 6 years to complete a degree with a double major in both subjects. If you're still undecided and you want to pick one and not be here for 6 years, we can help you, once you get here, decide which is a better match for you.
Sometimes students wonder about the ASL prerequisites. Well, in deaf education, by your junior year, we want you to have completed ASLs 1 through 3. And we do make some exceptions if you need to take ASL that first semester of the program of your junior year. Whereas in the interpreting program, they require you having ASLs 1 through 4 and 6 other prerequisite courses. The language of instruction. Both programs have courses in ASL, English, and a combination of both. The last 2 years of the interpreting program is solely in ASL. That's the 48 hours of credits. Hi, I want to introduce you to Michaela. She is a Deaf Ed ambassador and a rising senior.
We are currently in the ASL lab, which is like my second home as an ASL student here on campus. This is a great space for ASL tutoring. They have both face-to-face and virtual hours every semester. We always have a deaf individual working at the desk, so you can always ask for help with your homework or just have a conversation. We also have games, books, and computers that you can borrow. Here on campus, we have over 200 clubs that students can join. 2 of those include the Education Club and our Silent Signing Ospreys Club, which is our ASL club. Both have numerous opportunities in and out of the community so that you can interact with deaf individuals, or you can learn more about education outside of your classes if you're not at the Education Club. But they are really great experiences to get to know some other people in college as well. If you're going to be living on campus, another great opportunity is the ASL Zone Living Learning Community. This is a floor of the residence hall made up of all students who are involved in ASL Deaf Studies, or deaf education, so that you can live together and then you take the same classes or similar classes so that you can learn together as well and build some great community with each other and campus partners as well.
What is most important about our programs are the practical experiences that you get. So in Deaf Education, we have over 750 hours in classrooms in different settings. And in the interpreting program, they have 300 hours of practicum experience, 200 of observation, and 100 hours in their final internship interpreting. In both programs, we have opportunities for mentorship. In the Deaf Education program, we have mentor teachers each semester during your practicum and in your final internship. And in the interpreting program, you have opportunities for mentorship both in language and interpreting.
Students in both programs do their field experiences in a variety of locations. In the Deaf Education program, our students will often be in itinerant settings where they go from school to school, or they might be in a site-based program. They might provide support facilitation for students who are mainstreamed in a general education classroom, or they might be in a self-contained classroom either in a district school or at the School for the Deaf and Blind. Students are prepared to serve pre-K students all the way up through age 21, and we work in a variety of communication settings. So students have an experience in listening and spoken language, total communication, and bilingual environments. We always ask our students what they'd prefer and what they're most afraid of so that we can keep that in mind when making the best matches, but we make sure that they get to experience a variety as well. In the interpreting program, students can be placed with agencies or in K-12 settings as well as university settings, both here in Florida and throughout the United States. For a full listing, you can check the website. Students graduate from our programs ready to enter the field. In Deaf Education, our students earn a K-12 teaching license in deaf and hard of hearing, as well as endorsements in reading and teaching English to speakers of other languages. And we have reciprocity with most states around the United States. In the interpreting program, the students are ready to sit for their exams, whether they want to take the EIPA, the BEI, or the NIC.
This is one of my favorite topics to talk about, study abroad opportunities. In the Deaf Education program, we take students to the International Congress on the Education of the Deaf every 5 years. So this year, we're going to Rome, Italy. In 2015, we went to Greece, 2020 pandemic. Anyway, we've also taken students to Haiti, to the Philippines, and to Hawaii. In the interpreting program, they take students to Poland, Austria, and Scotland, and the Netherlands.
Students in both programs have a lot of opportunities to interact with the deaf community. In the Deaf Education program, we do reading buddies at a local elementary school where our teacher candidates are paired with elementary students who are deaf or hard of hearing and get to provide tutoring each week for an entire semester. In another semester, they have a pen pal who's deaf or hard of hearing, and they send videos back and forth as well as written language samples back and forth all semester. In the interpreting program, during their on-site weekends, they have a lot of opportunities like picnics with the deaf-blind community. They do simulations where we have deaf actors come in and do things like nursing assessments or counseling assessments and a variety of different opportunities.
Students also have the opportunity to interact with deaf faculty on campus. All of our ASL classes are taught solely by deaf individuals so that you are able to get that interaction as well.
We're proud to share our employment rate. 100% of our students in Deaf Education are employed within 8 months of graduating. Some of them are actually hired during their internship. In the interpreting program, they have a very high rate of employment after graduation, and many of their students are also hired during their internship.